NICE has argued that it doesn't represent value for money. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I disagree because there was a value for money price put into the pot. So based on their cost effectiveness models, I'm being told that Roche were prepared to lower the price for primary progressive disease to make it cost effective. In other words, there's this thing called cost per quality a life just a year, and the NHS is prepared to pay a certain amount. We're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's somewhere between, say, 30 and 40,000 pounds a year for people with multiple sclerosis. But for individuals, it means a lot. So let's give you the modelling data. Because the trial was only done over 3 to 4 years, we have to then use the curves and extend them out. But when you model it, so a group of people on Ocrelizumab take about 4 to 5 years longer to needing a wheelchair. So they stay mobile, maybe with walking sticks or walking aids, but 4 to 5 years longer. What's hidden in the trial is upper limb function, so the drug was much more effective in protecting arm and hand function. And there the results are more impressive. It's almost twice as effective in the arm. So the time to losing arm function is extended by about 8 to 9 years. So you tell anybody with primary progressive disease that keeping your hand function for another 8 or 9 years is not significant. They will look at you and say, this is a no-brainer. Of course I want the therapy.
Yeah.
So we are denying people an effective treatment that can keep them walking and keep them independent for 5 to 10 years. And I think that's the tragedy of the situation. The other thing is we all know in the future we're going to need combination treatments, and so we're going to need anti-inflammatories like Ocrelizumab, and we're going to have to add on to that things that improve function like remyelination, neuroprotection, therapies that restore function. But we need the baseline anti-inflammatory. So if we don't have access to the anti-inflammatory that's been shown to work, how do we build the pyramid? And so that's the other issue, is we need the drug out there so we can actually add on to it and improve the outcome for people with primary progressive disease. So it's a great tragedy. We mustn't give up. We've got to fight.
What do you suggest that we, the MS community, do to put pressure on NICE?
Well, so first of all, we need to trigger a debate in house. I think what we should all do is write to everybody with primary progressive disease must write to their MP. Maybe we should put out a formal type of letter they should write explaining the situation. I think we need to get a cross-party, there's a cross-party parliamentary subcommittee on MS. We need to speak to them about this issue of differential pricing. We may need to use a PR campaign to at least educate society about why pharmaceutical pricing is expensive. It's expensive for a reason. And why we're not paying just for the price of the drug. It's not about manufacturing costs. It's about what causes that. The cost of a drug is about the whole scientific process that goes behind it, and why differential pricing is a reasonable idea for making drugs available to people with different disease subtypes or different types of diseases for the same drug. I think differential pricing has to be the way forward. We're paying for these pharmaceutical products not because they cost X to manufacture, but because they do something. So it's like payment by results. And I think if we move into this area where we are going to start paying for pharmaceutical products based on what they can do, we need to prepare society for that, and we need to lobby the politicians. This is a political problem. All it requires is the politicians to decide that, yes, we're going to have differential pricing. Let's put some legislation in place. Let's allow the NHS and Department of Health to create the infrastructure, which is the accounting systems to do this, and then we'll all be better off. It's not that the NHS doesn't get good deals. We probably pay the lowest for new therapies compared to any other developed country in the world, because we've got such big, such an enormous bargaining power. NHS is one organisation that covers tens of millions of people, and so that's why we get to a good price. And so I think we need to use the political establishment to change the laws.